One of the most infamous tanks of the Second World War was the Panther tank. Today it's seen and perceived to be one of the best tanks of the conflict, however it did have its drawbacks, such as the poor reliability of the vehicle. However, what is the story behind the Panther II, the tank designed to improve one of the Second World War's most iconic vehicles? Remember to support the channel, please make sure to subscribe. The Panther tank was a German medium tank which was deployed on both the Eastern and Western Front from mid-1943 to the end of the war. Originally intended to combat the T-34 and replace the Panzer III and Panzer IV, it was one of the most feared vehicles of the conflict. Cheaper to produce than the Tiger I, it had a devastating armament which possibly had more penetrating power than the Tiger. However, it wasn't completely infallible. It suffered from crippling reliability issues due to its weight being much heavier than originally planned, leading to poor performance and even engine overheating. So what was the plan to make the Panther even better? Well, during the latter part of the Second World War, the German armaments industry suffered from heavy bombing from Allied aircraft. However, there was a proposal to make the Panther II. The idea for improving the Panther tank came from Hitler and his advisor's idea that the Panther lacked sufficient armour. The reason the Panther weighed too much in the first place was because Hitler ordered the Panther's armour to be originally upscaled from the designs. These further discussions with the Führer occurred in January 1943, and design continued to take place with a potential tank being referred to as the Panther II after April 1943. The Panther II's crew would have featured the usual five which was found in German tanks: the driver, commander, radio operator, gunner and loader. The armour upgrade on the Panther II increased the thickness from 80mm to 100mm on its slope. The side hull armour would have been upgraded 20mm too, and the armour on top of the hull decreased 10mm to 30mm. The production of the Panther II was scheduled to begin in September, however this wouldn't go ahead. The design of the Panther II was based much on the Tiger tank. The chief design engineer for MAN suggested designing the Panther II from scratch and using Tiger parts such as the final drives, suspension and turret. These ideas were based on the more superior Tiger performance on the Eastern Front. However, the total weight of this potential vehicle would have weighed more than 50 tons. Further meetings took place in which designs and parts were hoped to be shared between the Panther II and the Tiger II, such as the transmission and the road wheels. This sharing of parts would have been beneficial should the Panther II project have taken off. It was also suggested for the Panther II to use the 88mm gun from the Tiger II, which could knock out any Allied vehicle. However, overall it was decided to stick with the same gun on the Panther I. It was estimated by MAN that the first prototype Panther II would have been finished by August 1943. One of the biggest upgrades to the Panther II would have been the addition of a new turret. It was believed that it would be fitted with a Schmalturm turret, but these were designed after the cancellation of the Panther II project. Inside the new Panther II, a number of different engines were proposed, including the new Maybach HL234 fuel injection engine. A change of engine would have given the new model an increase of 200 horsepower, making it faster, although heavier. Even before the Panther was in combat, plans to replace the original design were underway. However, in around June 1943, a final meeting was held at MAN, and it was decided that the production of the Panther II would stop, with work focusing on improving and tweaking the Panther I. This was likely to be more cost efficient and easier to do than creating innovative new models. To this day, it is uncertain whether there was an official cancellation, probably not though, due to the fact that Hitler insisted on the Panther II, and designers didn't want to upset the Führer. So overall, the Panther II project never seemed to get off the ground. However, one prototype hull was completed and captured by the American forces during the Second World War. Today this is displayed in America, but features a different turret on top of the hull, showing what the Panther II may have looked like. Once again, thank you for watching. To support the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Once again, thank you for watching.